Welcome to a brief overview of the QFTest main features. QFTest is a professional UI test automation tool for testing applications through the graphical user interface. It supports testing of Java UIs implemented in Java Swing, Java SWT or Java FX, as well as testing web UIs, including web applications generated by Ajax toolkits. QFTest also supports testing of Windows applications or implemented by special technologies like Electron apps, PDF pages, or applications using embedded JX browsers. Test cases are implemented in a very user-friendly and clear graphical tree structure. This tree structure shows basic actions like mouse clicks or text input steps, as well as verification steps to check properties and results in your application. Furthermore, QFTest also supports control structures like loop iterations or if-else conditions. In order to keep test maintenance efforts quite low, QFTest supports procedures to reuse already created test steps several times. Test data can be set dynamically or gathered from the application or any other data source like databases or files during the test run by using variables. Tests are created by capture and replay, which means you start the recording by QFTest, then you perform the steps in your application, and then you stop the recording in QFTest, and you get the sequence of all the performed steps within QFTest, and now you are free to move that recorded sequence to any location in your test which requires that sequence. You can find details about the graphical tree nodes, the control structures and the way how to create test cases. In the help menu there you will find the QFTest manual, which is a full functional reference of any feature of QFTest, as well as a self-starter tutorial. Inside the tutorial you will find a step-by-step introduction how to test your application with QFTest and how to set up a test suite according to a Java web or native Windows application. Furthermore, you will find a video section on the QFS web page. So in the support menu you will find a video section, and once you press the videos there you will find lots of videos of QFTest. Especially at the beginning you can take a look at the overview videos or at the QFTest basics explaining how to set up test cases. And at the beginning you can also take a look at the quick start sections to quick start with Java web or with Windows applications. Test runs can be triggered directly from QFTest via pressing the Start Replay button or via the command line by the so-called batch mode. Once the test execution is accomplished, you will find a detailed QFTest run log containing every executed test step. In case of errors, you will find a detailed error message as well as a screenshot of your application on the moment of the error. Besides that detailed run log, you can create overview reports of your test results, either in HTML, XML or JUnit format, and you can use those reports to integrate the QFTest results to any CI or test management tool. And here you see a sample HTML report provided by QFTest. If you plan to run tests by Jenkins, you will find a QFTest Jenkins plugin, which you can simply install via the default plugin installation mechanisms of Jenkins. The QFTest video section contains videos about test executing and about test results in the QFTest basics area. So there you will find an error analysis video, and furthermore you will find in the features section you will find videos about integrating QFTest to any other third-party tool like Eclipse or Jenkins. Of course you will also find details about test execution and about reports in the QFTest manual, and there especially in the user manual section in chapter Reports and Test Documentation and Test Execution. Besides the provided event steps like mouse clicks, text input steps, check text nodes or fetch text nodes to read text from the application, QFTest also offers the capability to inject custom code to QFTest into your test run via script nodes. Such script nodes can either be implemented in the scripting languages Jython, Groovy or JavaScript. There are two kinds of script nodes available: SUT scripts and server scripts. SUT scripts run in with the application under test, and so they can access the application under test and check and read any property of the tested application. Server scripts can be used to implement any arbitrary code which is required to your test cases. How to use scripting and script nodes in your tests is extensively documented in the manual, in the chapter scripting, and of course you will find demo videos showing how to implement such a script in the video section in the features area in the scripting part. The way how QFTest detects graphical objects in the application under test during a test run is a very strong feature of QFTest. Graphical objects are called components in QFTest. Components are also recorded to the test suite together with the corresponding action. It's possible to move them to a centralized component library later. If you want to look at such a component recorded, you can simply select any event step and perform a context menu action. Then QFTest jumps to the recorded component. And in that component section, you see that the graphical components are not simply recorded or are not simply recognized because of any XY coordinates on the screen, but they are recognized because of technical attributes. In my case, this button is recognized because of its label. QFTest also supports a second way of recognizing graphical components, which is the recognition by so-called names or IDs set by the development team. Setting names or IDs by the development team leads to very stable and robust UI tests. You can influence that recognition algorithm by so-called resolver scripts. So it's possible that you extend or optimize the component recognition of QFTest to your special needs. For web applications, you can use custom web resolvers to tweak the component recognition to the specifics of the utilized Ajax toolkit of your application. In the end of the day, you define a translation map between the properties of your application and the properties of QFTest. Then you can use any defaults coming with QFTest again, like a built-in synchronization of event nodes or a simple way to access data in complex components like table, list or tree objects. QFTest already provides predefined custom web resolvers for technologies like Angular, like Vardin or ZCOS, and so on. Those existing integrations can easily be extended. Details about the component recognition and the resolver concepts can be found in the manual, in the user manual, in the chapter of components, and in the technical reference you will find lots of information in the scripting part, in the web part, or in the extension APIs part. Of course, there are also QFTest videos existing, and you will find them in the features section, and there is a dedicated section for the component recognition, how the algorithm works and so on. And furthermore, there is a web testing part which explains the usage of custom web resolvers. I showed you how to create UI tests with QFTest. QFTest also comes with lots of useful features regarding test design and efficient working techniques. QFTest comes with an integrated debugger which allows you to walk through your tests step by step, or to watch the current variable content, or even reset the current debugging context to re-execute steps or to skip them. On any node, you have a context menu containing many simple little helpers like the transform node into commands or the pack nodes commands, which are actually pretty simple and very useful refactoring commands. It's also possible to trigger a static validation of your test suites. Test suites can be organized in projects to have dedicated test suites containing test cases or libraries containing procedures and components. Dependency nodes are a smart way to organize preconditions and post-conditions of test cases. So they consist of setup nodes and of cleanup steps to clean the environment, and the pre and the post conditions are only triggered on demand once they are really required by the test run. So this can have a big impact and a huge impact to the way how you design tests, as QFTest is taking control when a setup should be executed or when a post condition should be executed to clean the environment. Another way to implement test cases quite efficient is the concept of data-driven testing using so-called data drivers in QFTest. So you can implement the test case only once in QFTest, and you can repeat the test case and run the test case as many times as data sets you have. And the data sets can be defined either in QFTest directly or in external CSV or Excel files or in databases or even in custom data sources. Besides functional UI tests, you can use QFTest to perform UI-based load tests or to test web services via so-called request nodes triggered by QFTest, and even more. Every topic which I mentioned can be found in the manual, in the user manual especially. So there are chapters about projects and organizing test suites, or the chapter about distributed test development, how to work in a team, the chapter of data-driven testing, the chapter of testing web services, and so forth. And on our videos page, of course, you will have the features section where you will find videos about variables, about UI-based load testing, and so on and so on. That was an extensive presentation about very useful and very interesting features of QFTest. Those features really support testers to build robust and efficient test automation. And QFTest also provides a great documentation with its manual and with all of those videos. In addition to that, you can find a mailing list on the web page to get in touch with the QFTest community or simply read through the questions of other QFTest users. You can also book a training or a consultancy service directly at QFS, or you simply take a look at the QFS blog, which is filled by the QFS team with many interesting tips and tricks. Now you shouldn't lose time and request a 4-week testing license to test all QFTest features via pressing free trial on the QFS webpage and fill out the request form. Besides testing the QFTest features, you can also get in touch with the amazing QFTest support team during your evaluation period. And if you want to know what makes QFS to QFS, I recommend to take a look at the QFS image video, which you can find at the bottom of the QFS video page. I wish you much pleasure and success for your test automation project.